TV2 News at 6, a busy week planned on Capitol Hill. From the Supreme Court to wiretapping, we had the latest on what to expect.
Plus, Palestinian students in Kent marked the start of Israeli Apartheid Week today. But what exactly does that mean? Our Gretchen Lasso is here to tell us.
But first, road closures continue to cause headaches for drivers around campus. We have the latest updates on this Summit Street construction project. TV2 News starts right now.
From the award-winning Kent State Student Media Newsroom, this is Portage County's TV2 News at 6.
Lane and sidewalk closures in Kent are causing more traffic during construction. Good evening, Kent State and all of Portage County. I'm Savannah McCarthy.
And I'm Megan Dearling. And more closures started today in Kent for the completion of the new police building.
TV2's Julia Hazel is live on Summit Street with the latest updates on the construction. Julia?
Thank you, Megan and Savannah. Currently, I am on Summit Street, and as you can see me, there are two excavators behind me. Now, there's a lot of mud in the area and a lot of construction around. Earlier today, we did see some road closures and sidewalk closures. So what can this mean for Kent State students?
I hate it, and it sucks very much. I have to leave 20, 30 minutes early for class, go around, get picked up, text them early. It sucks.
Isabel Colflesh is only one of many students on campus that have to rely on the sidewalks to get to class. The sidewalks on DePeyster Street and many roadways have been closed this week as part of construction on the new police building. Now, I am currently on the sidewalk of DePeyster Street, and right behind me, they are still doing construction on the police station. Now, the sidewalks, as you can see, are kind of blocked off because of all the construction and the mud and everything, so they will not be open until 5 p.m. today. And then other than that, it will run all the way through this week until Friday. I talked to a few construction workers to see how they like working on the new station.
I love it, yeah. We're framing the whole building right now, so. It's a cool atmosphere working in college town. Something I've never done before.
Having a lot of construction in a college town can be difficult, especially for students. So I talked to the City of Kent Service Director, Melanie Baker, to see how well their plans have gone since starting the construction.
It's been a project that went out for bid at the beginning of last year, and we've been under construction since August of last year. And our ending date is actually October 19th of this year. So my fingers are crossed. Although it seems to be moving slowly, it is still moving forward. And so we're pretty sure we're going to make that date, barring any major happenings.
I also asked her how well they will handle any further road closings.
Closures that you're currently seeing out there are mainly on DePeyster and Haymaker. Sometimes it's together, sometimes it's separately. It's really to allow for access and easier working conditions to be able to get stuff onto the site. It's a very tight site. As you notice, the building is right up along the sidewalk and the street itself. So the ability to maneuver around that with larger trucks or delivery trucks is extremely difficult.
Now, I know earlier today that we said that the roads and sidewalks closed at 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. Now, this will be this way all the way until Friday. For TV2, I'm Julia Hazel. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Julia. And construction continues in Kent as the Ohio Department of Transportation announced the reopening of a reconstructed bridge. The bridge, located on State Route 14 and expanding through Lake Rockwell, closed down on October 3rd to fix the possibility of the structure buckling. And the actual opening of the bridge is set to take place within a few days of the ribbon-cutting ceremony, which is set for March 23rd. And if you walked through Risman Plaza today between 11 and 4, there's a good chance you saw a mark apartheid wall built by Students for Justice in Palestine to mark Israeli Apartheid Week.
That's right. Our correspondent Gretchen Lasso has more information about Israeli Apartheid Week.
Thanks, Savannah. Israeli Apartheid Week is an annual international movement. However, today marks the first week that Kent State Students for Justice in Palestine has planned events to bring awareness to the Palestinian conflict. Students for Justice in Palestine is not the only organization bringing light to the current turmoil in Israel and Palestine. Students supporting Israel also had an event today to show a sense of unity for all minority groups on Kent's campus.
Israel Apartheid Week, what we are demanding is the breaking down of the apartheid wall built around the Gaza Strip so all the Palestinian people can live with the Israeli people. Our demands are for the Israeli government to treat the Palestinian people and the Israeli people equally, because if Israel wants to exist as a state, it has to end its apartheid done upon its Arab minorities. Israeli government is disenfranchising the Palestinian people by limiting the amount of water that goes in and out of the Palestinian territories, the amount of calories that go in and out of Palestinian territories. When assaults happen, more citizens are killed.
We are promoting peace and coexistence on Kent State's campus through art, and so we've brought Artists for Israel, which is an organization promoting help for children and aid for children who have suffered from post-traumatic stress disorder, as well as soldiers who have also encountered the same problems. And they're kind of doing a process of healing through art, and so that's what we've brought to campus. Apartheid Week is going on. It's the first week that they've ever done Apartheid Week on Kent campus. They are trying to talk about like divesting from Israel and kind of separating Israel from the community of Kent campus, and we're trying to include all communities on Kent campus and represent all minorities.
Today is not the only day with events pertaining to the Israeli Apartheid Week. The Mark Apartheid Wall will be in Risman Plaza every day from 11 to 4. This week's events also include movies and speakers, all leading up to Palestinian Culture Night on Friday at 6:30 in Oscar Ritchie Hall. Palestinian Culture Night will include food, music, dance, poetry, and a raffle. The purpose of the night is to bring awareness to the events happening in Palestine. For TV2, I'm Gretchen Lasso.
Thank you, Gretchen. So, Megan, it warmed up outside a little bit today, but you know, the sun never came out, so I just felt like it was a lie.
I know, it was still really dreary and cold, not that nice, but you know, speaking of outside, we do have our weather anchor, Aaron Simonek, outside on South Lincoln Street to give us our first forecast.
All right, thank you, Megan and Savannah, and happy spring to everyone. Unfortunately, it is a little bit chillier for the start of spring, but it is a new season, so hopefully throughout this season we are going to be seeing those warmer temperatures. But let's take a look right now at Kent's weather. Right now it's around 45 degrees. Those mid-40s are still setting in for the rest of the night. It's going to be cloudy throughout the night. And tonight, if we take a look at later in tonight's weather, we unfortunately are going to be seeing some rain. We're going to be seeing that rain start around 8 p.m. So tonight it's going to be 43, high of 44, low of 41. But throughout Northeast Ohio, we're seeing those pretty consistent mid to upper 40 degree temperatures. Sandusky around 46 and Cleveland almost hitting 50 degrees. And Kent right now is around 45 degrees. If we take a look at the Ohio radar, no rain in sight, just a little bit in southern Ohio. But later in the show, I will have a look at tomorrow's weather and what you can see for the rest of the week. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Aaron. Republican Congressman Jim Renacci has announced the race to become Ohio's next governor, releasing an online campaign ad today promising to put Ohio first. The former mayor of Wadsworth has been in the U.S. House since 2011 and currently represents Ohio's 16th district, which includes part of Portage County. Political observers believe Renacci's biggest challenge will be building the statewide name recognition. He joins Lieutenant Governor Mary Taylor in the race for the GOP nomination.
And from local politics to national, today kicks off a big week on Capitol Hill in D.C. Lawmakers are hearing testimony on Russia's influence in the U.S. election, and the confirmation hearings are starting for Trump's Supreme Court pick. Kristen Holmes has the latest from Washington.
I have no information that supports those tweets.
With just 8 words, FBI Director James Comey delivering a major blow to President Trump, debunking the president's claim that Trump Tower was wiretapped by then-President Obama during the 2016 campaign. The White House avoiding a direct response this afternoon.
There's a lot of information that still needs to be discussed.
Comey's testimony to the House Intelligence Committee delivering more bad news to the administration, confirming for the first time the FBI is investigating Russia's meddling in the U.S. election and collusion.
That includes investigating the nature of any links between individuals associated with the Trump campaign and the Russian government.
The White House continuing to deny these accusations.
Senior Obama intelligence officials have gone on record to confirm that there is no evidence of a Trump-Russia collusion.
The House hearing overshadowing what should have been a major moment for the Trump administration, the Senate confirmation hearing for Supreme Court pick Neil Gorsuch. Some Democrats opening by venting their anger over Republicans' blocking of former President Obama's nominee, Merrick Garland, last year.
Unfortunately, due to unprecedented treatment, Judge Garland was denied a hearing.
On Capitol Hill, I'm Kristen Holmes.
And the confirmation hearing for Supreme Court nominee Gorsuch will resume tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Senator Grassley said he expects the committee to vote on April 3rd.
Still to come on TV2 News, drone users may not have the freedom to fly wherever they wish. We'll tell you about the updated regulations in Kent.
But when we return, the start of spring break is less than a week away for Kent State students, and hear how health and safety officials recommend students prepare for their trips.
And Tom Brady's Super Bowl jerseys are no longer missing, and there's a new Muppet on Sesame Street. We'll tell you what else is trending today in just a bit.